it's all about delivering riffs. You know, we do the coast to coast long haul, and it's like the reality is that Australia's got rough roads, and sometimes it gets a little rough, but you just roll with it, basically. Shit, this stuff is fucking loose as fuck. It ain't right. It ain't right.
So here we've got, once again, the Towbar.
We're down to one bolt, folks.
Snapped.
Snapped straight through. Only one bolt left.
And you know what? Antonic is holding all of our gear. All of it. So, pretty fucking lucky that it didn't bust by now.
So here we are. We're back in it again. It's like this thing that happens when we come to South Australia. It's almost like, it's like a rite of passage. It's like you want to get across the Nullarbor, eh? So Gina likes to test us every single time it seems. And the back two bolts on the Towbar have snapped yet again. And so now we're trying to come up with a better solution than last time. What we're going to look at is some stronger bolts this time. We're going to go to a specialist. We're at United Fasteners right now. These folks specialize in fasteners. We're going to find something strong, maybe a 12 or something like that, braid and do something like that, put it in there, and then maybe do like extra long, put some like what do they call one of them? Irreversible lock nuts on the end of it, with a little vinyl nylon thing on it. So we'll see what we can do, but we're gonna get it fixed up right now. It's just the beginning. It's early Tuesday, first day back from a long holiday. So like my watch, I was just checking to see. Oh yeah, it's always riff o'clock, so I guess you don't really need one of those, but stay tuned. Let's just keep it simple.
Yeah, so just don't worry about spring washers?
Yeah.
Just flat washers?
Yeah, let's just go with the flat ones.
Yeah, I'll do that by tensile as well if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm going with the 10.9 this time.
High tensile.
High tensile. We learned something today, folks. See, it's got to have the markings on it. That's how you know this one ain't real. It doesn't have the right markings on it. So you got to look for the ones with the markings
Just
on
one
it.
washer, two washers for each?
Yeah, let's do two for each, please. Okay, so we've got some bolts. But, sometimes when you get worried about it, you overcompensate. We went for something much longer this time. And what we're thinking about is, did we go too long on the threads? Just looking at it here, we're kind of taking a risk, but I reckon what we need next is a drill, but we don't even have a drill. So we're gonna have to go find a drill. Let's see what we can do. I think it's about time Gina got a complimentary drill on board, It's been a couple times. It might be warranted finally. See if we can find one secondhand somewhere, get it for a good price. See how we go. Cash converters, here we come. We looked up like maybe 2-3 spots. One that had 300 reviews and we got 4.9 stars. Then guess what? Which one we're going to? It's about 3 kilometers longer, but it's worth it. That's a collaboration right there. Folks know what they're talking about. We've never been here before. Let's go see what it's all about. This is a highly rated cash converters. Let's see they got what we need. See if this place is everything they make it out to be. We've made it to the cash converters. We drove a couple extra Ks to get here because the reviews were good. There's that Towbar making some noise. We're at the spot where you get when you're in a pinch.
So what was the budget? What did you guys kind of want to budget around?
Well, we're like, what's a song these days? Like you get maybe 10 cents for a stream or maybe 60 cents for a song. So for budgeting, it's actually we don't even have any music for sale, so donations, entry mostly. Let's see. Well, I'd say just whatever's gonna work at the sweetest deal. So we got this one. They got a deal going right now. See, they're trying to help us out. That's a good thing. So we might get a sweet deal. But this one right here has got the impact driver, just in case you need to drop some impact. You know?
Yeah, well, it's just good for fencing and stuff like that as well. So,
You never know if Gina needs a fence built around her.
yeah, so obviously everything here is a lot nicer and newer. And charger.
And it comes with the charger too.
Yeah,
See, that's already got some juice in it.
Yeah, all of these.
Now, so what do you use this for?
So impact driver is good for fencing.
Gina, I'm just gonna tell you this once now. You don't want us to build a fence around you, girl. Okay? It gets dangerous. We come in here for a drill, but the reviews don't lie. This is actually a great cash converters, and they are super helpful, and we get right to it. We come in here 30 seconds. We're like thinking we're budgeting like maybe half an hour here. And in 30 seconds, we get what we need, and we get a sweet deal. Homie's gonna do it for 99 bucks. So now we're looking around going, well, we do have a little bit of time on our hands. What if we just take a quick little sneak peek and see what else is going on?
Yes.
20, I think, is more than what I'd
God,
get.
it's a zither.
Probably a no on that. We'll get you close. Get the first and last hand, please.
They're even selling Harleys here.
Enjoy your afternoon.
See, that's the one string. This one right here is the one stringer. They just found out that you can the coronavirus dies from banjo.
We ever heard of to a brushy one string?
One string.
Brushy one string.
Oh, brushy one string one time.
$120.
120. The reviews weren't wrong. This is the best cash converters around, and we got a sweet deal. So we're gonna get this fixed.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. So these ones right here are the new Dealy Jobs. You can see right here it says 10.9 on the back. That's supposed to be the high tensile. Now the concern here is whether or not the length of the thread is right, considering what the gap is. We got some spacers, we got some washers and things to consider here, so we're gonna have to take it one step at a time. But we're here at the Wingfield BP. It's like the DBC HQ here in Adelaide. And the good news is that fastener place is open for a few more hours if we get into trouble. So the first thing we got to do here is we got to take down the spare wheel. Gina hides the spare wheel right under here in order to create some space, because we're going to have to do a little 1-2. We got this thing right here. It's called a screw extractor, and what we're going to do is we're going to have to put a tap into the broken, one of these is snapped and it's stuck in there with the thread. So on this side where the bolt is snapped off, like this, we're gonna have to drill a hole in it. In order to get the screw gun in there and everything, we need to make some space. So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna just take the tire down, make some space, and then we're gonna try to get to that one and back it out using this screw extractor right here. It's an interesting tool right here. See, this is a reverse thread drill bit. And what we do is we put that in reverse, bore a hole in it, and then we take this other tool right here, and then we just kind of gently put that in and give it a little twist counterclockwise, you know, just like with some sort of like a wrench or something like that. And then that way we should be able to just pull it right out. We'll see how we go. We're gonna need a socket wrench for this one.
Here you go.
So what we're doing is we got the longer ones this time, but we're hoping there's enough thread to actually stay a hold of it, or it wasn't long enough. And the risk is when it snaps, you got nothing to hold on to in a pinch. If you got to do something about it, get stuck in there, it's a bigger issue. So we got some different sizes at play here, and this bolt is the wrong length. We need something shorter than that. So we're gonna have to go back to the fastener location, do this again, because we got some extra here and we run out of thread. So we're gonna have to back this out. I'm gonna go ahead and change this middle one. We did get one on there pretty tight in the front, so we know that this is actually holding on pretty good. I back that one out right now and switch it so that we're part of the way there. All right, folks, so we're back now. Final steps here, getting us back on the road. We got the Posh Jam happening tonight, so we got to get back to it, you know. So But we just came back from United Fasteners. We got these bolts. This is more particular. This is going to be for the back two out of the 6 bolts, slightly different. And we lost this. We got a couple of these washers that sit in the back to make it level, and those we lost those somewhere along the way. So if anybody sees those, just pick them up for us, and we'll send you an address. And then so now we got these replacements right here that we're going to do. It's 3, but she should work. Let's see what happens. As the locals like to say. She'll be right. Just working with this denting tool right now, trying to create a head somewhere for the drill bit to rest in as we try to, bore it out, because this is the one that's stuck in. So you can see right here, it's just basically, the head has come off this entirely, okay? We don't have anything to grab onto either. That's the trouble. Special reverse hand drill bit. Got a hole started for it. Oh shoot. See, this is gonna be in the way. This is our challenge now. Damn it, it's always something. Now we're having to clear a little bit of something out of the way. This is the mechanism that is used for lowering the spare tire. This is the housing that takes up the cable. Cable out of the way. And now, it's tough. We're gonna try to be centered on this, but it's in a really bad spot to get as centered as we need to be. So, it's gonna have to go off and feel a bit, but we'll try to get it as close as we can to being centered. So, sometimes the universe gives us a helping hand. As we were drilling out the other side, the tip of this bolt started coming loose just a bit, just enough to get one of these handy rigid robo grips. Really great universal tool. You should always have one of these, but just around it enough. Or now we've been able to get a few spins of this thread. Looks like we're not even gonna have to do the next step. We can skip a step and just literally pry this with this, twist it around, and make it come through all the way. Just in the final moments here, folks. Almost gonna be roll ready. Just getting these spacers in behind it. Hey. Wait, and now we just find the golden washer, but gonna see all these snapped ones here. Sometimes when you road dogging it, you learn to just hold on to a few things because you never know. But let's see which one of these is the healthiest looking washer still. That one looks pretty good. What do you reckon, Cosmic? Should we go with this one? How about this one? Which one are you feeling more? As far as washers go.
This one feels thicker.
Okay, give me the thicker one. We like the slow, low, and heavy, so it would stand to reason that the thicker washer is the better washer anyway. And then we put the trailer on, and then we got to get to the jam session right quick. We got to get to that past jam that's happening. It's not super close either. It's on the other side of town, so. But stay tuned in if you want to see what Gina's up to. Just got to get onto the Instagram on Gina Australia XOXO, and that's how you keep track of what's going on there, and let your folks know if they want to get the inside scoop on the journey. Get the inside scoop on the journey. Then you got to join in on the Riff Mavens. That's the only way. It's all about delivering riffs. You know, we do the coast to coast long haul, and it's like the reality is that Australia's got rough roads, and sometimes it gets a little rough, but you just roll with it, basically. Right. This is the moment of truth, folks. Just gonna get it's all lubed up. Right. Moment of truth, folks. Let's see if these new bolts do the trick. So far, so good. Safety. Let's give some. This is where they make that electronic connection between the two. Okay, time to get some rivs cracking.